probably will end up tossing the Rattata, and the Pidgey, eventually. And yeah, now we're in Viridian Forest, and we can go ahead and see what's all in here too. We got a Pichu if we get lucky, and a Scyther and Pinsir if we get really, really lucky. And we have like Caterpies, Weedles, and like the full evolution of like Weedle and Beedrill and Butterfree. So we'll probably want to catch someone like that. And in this game, we're really lucky because all the PP and stuff resets whenever you win a battle. We only have one Pokeball, so I might go and get another one before I proceed, just because I do kind of want to get a Butterfree, because I really like Butterfrees. I'm going to go ahead and not level, or not, what was I about to say? I'm gonna go ahead and stay. I'm gonna see if we can get lucky and get a Caterpie with one Pokeball. If not, we might have to go back or just kind of keep going forward. But since Sparrow is a flying type and they're bug types, we do extra damage to them, which is definitely really nice. It definitely helps us level up here. And there's a Metapod. If we don't one-shot it, which we definitely can, we'll catch it. Not lucky today. Also, the reason why speed is so important, especially on someone like Sparrow, is that speed allows you to hit first. And hitting first is really important on Sparrow because Sparrow doesn't have really good defense stats. So you really want to try to like beat people up before they have the chance to knock you out because you're kind of weak. Let's see, did we get him? Yes, we got the Caterpie. Okay. Let's see. We'll level our Sparrow a couple more times before we focus on the Caterpie. And Pokeballs are only 200 Pokemon-y. So we can get a few more when we hit the next city. But right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to level the Sparrow up a little bit so it can pretty much one-shot everything, which it's pretty much at that point right now. And once that happens, I'm going to start leveling my Caterpie by switching into my Sparrow. Which is the best way to level things up. Like, that's how you level up Magikarp into Gyarados later in the game. For those who aren't aware about that. So what you do, and how you can just switch your Pokemon, is you just click on them, and you drag them to the position you want them to be. So we just switched our Sparrow and our Caterpie. And so what we do is we let our Caterpie seed the enemy, and then we switch it out to Sparrow. Right? And of course I get to get a free hit on me because I switched out like that, but I should one-shot them, and we knock them out, and then at the end you see Caterpie got experience and Sparrow got experience for that battle. Another little useful thing we can do is there's this little settings icon right next to the chat menu, and it pops up with this. Oh, I'm thinking of the wrong box. Okay, so right next to the credits menu, there's like a little flower, and from there you can disable battle music and do fast battles. I typically do fast battles because I really like to avoid all the talking and them telling me like how much money you got. Oops, maybe I shouldn't have fought this guy like this. Has a pretty strong Caterpie. Let's go ahead and switch into Squirtle. Squirtle should be able to take care of this guy. But yeah, when you put on fast battles, you don't have to worry about seeing the money you get or the experience you get. If you want to see it, you can turn it on, or you can keep it on if you like, but it makes the battles go by so much faster, especially later whenever all you're doing is beating up a bunch of Pokemon back to back. It makes it really, really convenient. So I would definitely recommend turning it on if you're trying to save time, and then just turning it, or then turning fast battles off if you want to figure out what's going on, like how much money you're getting and how much experience. Our Caterpie might have leveled here. It's hard to tell because it doesn't, it'll just get to the end, it doesn't automatically level them while you're in the fight. But since it's at the end, our Caterpie is probably level 5 by this point, which is really, really nice. Yep, and we can see down at the bottom that in the chat menu that our Caterpie did get to level 5, which is awesome. We didn't look at our Caterpie's nature. It's calm. For Caterpies, you'd probably want like a timid Caterpie, which what that is, it subtracts its attack and it adds speed to it, so your Caterpie would be faster, be able to hit first. But that's okay. We'll live with calm. We're not gonna grind out a really good Caterpie. There's not much a reason to do that. Because we'll probably end up, you know, replacing our Caterpie later with something else, or our Butterfree whenever it evolves. It's really nice. So we got our Squirtle to level 8, our Caterpie to level 6, and we got a Metapod now. Harden. Let's go ahead and switch to Sparrow just so we can get rid of this guy really quick. Don't want to be hidden through a Metapod using Hardened. Oh, our Metapod dropped a Super Potion for us. It's pretty convenient. And we got another bug catcher here. We haven't been able to heal our Sparrow yet because our Squirtle has so much experience from the last battle we fought that we haven't been able to level our Sparrow, because you can only level one Pokemon after each fight. And since our Squirtle has leveled so many times in a row, we need to wait for our Sparrow to level. Essentially, we gotta wait for Squirtle to finish leveling all these times before Sparrow will level. Just gonna run right through these Caterpies. Squirtle will probably be like level 11 by the time this is all said and done. Our Caterpie's level 7, and it's evolving. Sweet. So now we got a nice Metapod. And yeah, it's a pretty fast Metapod, 26 IVs. And yeah, I want to do this until we get a Butterfree, so probably shouldn't be switching into my Sparrow anymore. It's about to get knocked out. Draw for our Squirtle. I'll go ahead and use a potion because I want to keep using our Sparrow. Got a Kakuna, just uncommon, nothing too fancy. We can go ahead and knock it out. We'd be very unfortunate to find a Pichu right now. I'd really like to have a Pichu or a Scyther. Scyther 2 would be sad since we have no Pokeballs left. Just keep on going. Let's switch these two. Probably let my Sparrow level. Let's go ahead and fight this guy with Metapod first. Just another Metapod, so we don't really miss out on anything. And yeah, we're leveling up pretty fast. Pretty fast start out. Go ahead and knock this person out a little bit. Luckily for us, our Sparrow is going to level a lot. I believe we get Butterfree at level 10, So we're almost to Butterfree. Shouldn't take too much longer. I'm gonna go ahead and stop leveling this Metapod really quick, just so I can get my Sparrow some levels. It's been waiting to level for a long time. Hey, we got a Pokeball. It's actually pretty good right now, just in case we do find something we want. And yeah, our Sparrow just leveled 2 times, so we now have a level 11 Sparrow. And it wants to learn Fury Attack. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of Leer, which Leer just lowers the defense. I'd rather lower their attack if I really needed to. And we now have Fury Attack. Go ahead and use Peck still, just because it's faster. Fury Attack isn't bad, but we'll use Peck. And I'm just gonna reorganize this so I have Peck first, so I can always remember to use Peck. And I'll go ahead and put Growl as my bottom right move slot, so that it helps it out just a little bit more, so it's easier for me to spam. So we'll go back to leveling this Metapod. We can probably just fight this Caterpie. I'm not sure, it might have been faster to switch, but this way our Metapod will level faster. Squirtle got to level 12 too. So we did a pretty good little start. We're almost to the next gym, or the first gym I should say, which I believe is Brock. Starting off with, you know, a water type Pokemon is really helpful here. Really helpful. Or was there a gym back there? Did I miss a gym? Oh, nope. It's right here. For a second I thought I ran past the gym. So it looks like it'll be Brock. We should be strong enough to beat him. I'm not sure what level they have over here. We might need to level a couple times before we attempt it, but we do have a Squirtle, which is really nice because it's going to be super effective against them. See if we can one-shot these people. Pretty close. Pretty close. We would have one-shot them, but they have Sturdy, and what Sturdy does is, if they would be one-shot, they're essentially not. It's an ability that like Geodudes and like Onixes have. Sandshrew, another person, we can probably get pretty close to one-shotting them. Pretty close, not quite though. But we did manage to beat them. So I'm pretty sure we can beat Brock, but just to be on the safe side, I'm going to go ahead and evolve my Metapod, because if you lose a gym battle, you're going to have to wait 30 minutes to fight it again, and I'd rather not sit around here for 30 minutes. So I think it'll be best if we go back and level, get a Butterfree at least. And we can go ahead and see what kind of Pokemon are in this little place. Pidgey, Rattata, and Caterpies and Weedles. Should be fine. Level our Metapod one more time. And now our Squirtle wants to learn Bubble. We'll go ahead and get rid of Tail Whip. Yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of Tail Whip. I want to keep Tackle because I want my Squirtle to still be able to use a normal move. I don't want to have just all water moves, just in case it ever comes down to the point that I need an appropriate move. So awesome, now we have a Butterfree. Still doesn't know any moves, which is kind of sad. So our Butterfree is going to be completely useless in this gym battle. But that'll be okay. We do have Sparrow and we do have Squirtle. And now for a little bit of like more of a side note. If you're ever curious about like what a Pokemon does, what time it levels, whenever it when will it learn like what move, you can look it all on Bulbapedia here. Let me make sure y'all can actually see the Bulbapedia. But yeah, so here's Bulbapedia. It's really, really useful. You can search stuff. You can just Google it. Like Google any Pokemon, like let's say Bulbasaur. It'll bring us up Bulbasaur and it gives us all sorts of information. Usually the more important information is the bottom, like you can go, or up here though, it does tell you like where it levels to Ivysaur, like at level 16. But let's go ahead and look at Butterfree really quick to see what time we can expect it to learn moves. And we'll go ahead and go to the link here that says learn set level by leveling up. We'll click that and we see that our Butterfree learns a psychic move, Confusion, at level 11. That's actually very, very useful, especially at a low level, to have a psychic move. So we'll go ahead and fight this battle really quick, because I don't think we should run into too much trouble. So I'll go ahead and start off with Sparrow first, and see if we can get through at least a portion of it with just Sparrow. So we do have a flying move and normal type move. Probably be better off using the flying move. Nope. Nope, not very effective. So we do have Pursuit too, which is Dark move, which hits normally, so we can go ahead and use that. Our Sparrow is going to faint here, but that's okay. We got it pretty weak, and our Squirtles probably should be faster than this Geodude, so we can just knock them out now. Squirtle's really good to have here. If we started off with like Curse, that's interesting. If we were to have started off with, let's say, Charmander here, this gym would have been a lot harder. And what we would have probably want to have done, if we're fighting here with a Charmander instead, is we would have either wanted to have gotten a Mankey, where we got the Sparrow from earlier, because there was a chance to get Mankeys. It probably would have been a good idea to just sit around and get the Mankey really quick. Or we would have wanted to at least level our Butterfree to probably like level 15 in order to be able to compete a little bit with the rock type Pokemon, because Butterfree would have known Confusion, which would have been very, very helpful in beating Brock. But it's still a first gym, so it's not too bad. Especially starting a water Pokemon is pretty easy to start off. And the path that we should take is up, I believe. I actually really like fighting the trainers. But, oh, they have flying move against my bug type Pokemon, so it's not good. We're definitely going to have to move or switch out. Go ahead and go to Squirtle. Squirtle should be able to do pretty good damage against this person. And see how they just hit twice in a row? That can be very powerful, and that's because that Sparrow was faster than my my Squirtle. Alright. And Squirtle grew to 15, so Squirtle's getting pretty close to evolving, which is really nice. And I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I hope y'all enjoyed the first episode of the guide. These guides are going to be getting increasingly more complex as we go along, with, of course, telling us like how we're going to be doing better and how to beat like more gyms, you know, the good stuff. And we'll start paying a little bit more attention to the type of natures we get, and so we don't end up leveling someone who's like not really useful. So thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all come watch the next one. We'll be taking on, I believe it's Misty next. And yeah, I'm glad y'all joined.